This is Attorney Mike Irvin coming to you from Chicago, as usual, and today we've got another one to look at. This is going to be Wild Moments in Court number 2. Let's do it. Okay, this is a fun little clip. It was sent to me by a lot of people, and it's got more Zoom problems, and it's just kind of crazy.
What is your statement? I'll give you 1 minute.
Okay. Sims versus Ahern.
It doesn't get any more black letter law than you can't represent somebody if you're not an attorney. He said Sims versus Ahern. I'm not even looking it up. You can't do it. That's it.
Clearly states that the practice of law is a law of common right. I was not aware that I would be here other than acting as assistant.
You were not aware you were going to be here? What the hell are you talking about?
Not as her lawyer, but as assistants of counsel in this matter to help her because she does have understanding problems of the English language.
Yeah, we have something for that. When somebody doesn't understand the language, it's called a translator. We also have something for people who need assistance with law. They're called attorneys. The fact that you saw an alternate term for that, namely assistance of counsel, and didn't know the difference, just shows exactly why we require people to be attorneys so that they understand what is actually going on before they try to help somebody.
Sir, apparently you have problems with the English language. This says appearance. It is for lawyers. Do not argue with me because what will happen is you'll get another 93 days and then we'll start over. So, sir, you came in here wanting to be assistants of counsel. There is no other definition. It is plain English. You can cite cases all day to me. You're entitled to a hearing. Your rights remain intact. But for today's purposes, you are under arrest for contempt of court, this court. You may be escorted out. Thank you.
That is truly one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. A lot of these people, the soft sit types and other types, just people don't know what they're doing. They try to offer advice, and you can. That's sort of arguable because you have a First Amendment right, and you can sort of post bad ideas online and say, "Hey, it's my opinion." But if you try to enter an appearance on somebody else's behalf, you have literally put your signature on a document saying you're an attorney, and you're not. You're going to jail for that. The end.
May I request we'll have a...
Ma'am, I will address you. If you would like to go out of order, we'll start this 93 days from now.
I wasn't here for all the context, but I think the judge is completely out of line here in this one little bit. She was right to hold the other guy in contempt and to have him hauled off. That's exactly the right call. This woman asked, she said, "May I request?" And I don't know exactly what the judge was doing, but I didn't see it as the insult she did. Now, she might have had a bunch of problems prior with her, and I think that's sort of what's bubbling over. So I give some deference on that, but out of the chute, I think the judge is out of line here.
Now, before we proceed, appearances for the record.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Danielle Alice Newcomb on behalf of the Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development.
Thank you. Ma'am, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
I would like to call...
Ma'am, stop.
Again here, I think the judge is absolutely out of line. She asked for appearances, and the prosecutor in this case, some agency attorney, gives her name and credentials. We find out later that this woman has an attorney, but that attorney hasn't spoken up. So this judge is throwing a fit, and she's not following her own procedure. Now, I get it. There's some underlying history between the two of them, and that's the basis for that. But this woman asks for something not out of line. You can sort of redirect, but she throws a hissy fit.
I know you want to control this room, but this isn't Burger King. When the sign changes to Burger King, you can have it your way. Right now, this is my courtroom.
Okay, this might even be worse than our other transgressions. I mean, we've got a Burger King reference from the 70s here.
And you will answer my questions.
My fifth.
And stop. Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury? Yes or no? Are you going to tell the truth?
Okay, so we see here where the problems are. This woman is being non-cooperative with the judge at this point, although I can't say I blame her after the way the judge has treated her the first 2 times she opened her mouth. Number one. Number two, we've asked for appearances, and we only now find out she's got an attorney. I've got serious, yes, she was non-cooperative, and she wouldn't answer, she wouldn't take the oath. And that can cause you problems, and it should. But prior to this, the judge has gotten out of hand. And where's her attorney? Why is the attorney not saying anything? Injecting themselves in here and helping their client. I don't understand this.
All right, I'll take that as silence. I understand her attorney is on here. Where is her attorney?
Mr. Breakout.
Again, say anything again without telling me you're going to tell the truth, and I will hold you in contempt of court for 93 days.
Judge, you just embarrassed yourself. You asked this woman where her attorney was, and she answered your question directly.
Contempt carries with it 93 days and or $7,500. You will not act disrespectful in this court. Do you understand, ma'am? You certainly may remain silent. Where is your attorney? Do we have an attorney?
I'm on here.
Sir?
You do, Your Honor. Yes.
Please state and spell your name for the record, just so we know, because you're on Zoom. Sir?
Robert Baker, B-A-K-E-R, P57964.
All right, thank you. So your client has elected to not be able to make a statement because she's not taking the oath. Do you wish to proceed, or would you like to speak with her before we proceed?
Okay, I've got 2 problems here. The attorney sat there while his client had somebody step up and claim that they were entering an appearance as assistants of counsel. I don't know if this is a public defender or she has a private attorney, but any attorney on the planet knows that that is absolutely insane and not helpful to their client's position. Why was he not interjecting? Was he just appointed? I didn't see that. I just don't understand this whatsoever. The one big mistake his client made, and it was because she was mad, and frankly, she was mad for good reason because the judge was out of line. However, when the judge swore her in, she needed to say she would tell the truth. That was a mistake by the client. And this is another great example of how Zoom doesn't work. If you're sitting in that courtroom, you grab your client by the arm where someone can't see him and you whisper in the air, "Answer this right now." And you can't do that on Zoom. You can't even have a private conversation. Now we're looking at trying to get into a breakout room with what? She doesn't even have a monitor. All of this is insane.
I would like to speak with her prior. I'm not sure she understands what exactly is going on.
All right, we're going to make that happen, and then we're going to resume. How much time do you need with her?
Maybe 5 minutes.
All right, we're going to find a way to make that happen. Please stay on Zoom. We can put you in a breakout room with your client.
All right, well, there you have it. That's a crazy proceeding. I really don't know what the underlying charges are or any of that stuff. I think I know what the case is, but I'm not sure, so I don't feel like discussing it. We never got to any of that. The judge, I think, is absolutely right. The first guy who's trying to enter an appearance as assistance of counsel, I think she handled it absolutely correctly. He's got to go. That's contempt of court. She handled it right. I think she is probably a pretty good judge overall, but she let her emotions get away with her, and I don't think she treated the defendant fairly here. She didn't follow her own procedure, waiting for appearances to be said. That would have made a big difference. She asked where the defendant's attorney was, and when the defendant responded, she jumped down her throat. I think it was inappropriate. I don't think it's the end of the world. In the end, she gave time for them to consult, which is the only reasonable thing to do. I would guess that overall she's probably a very good judge. I just think she had a minute or two where her emotions got away with her. She was probably so offended by this woman bringing somebody who's trying to enter an appearance as assistance of counsel. And on that level, I agree with her, but you got to keep your emotions under control. Just my opinion.
Here at Law Talk, we do a lot of videos answering common legal questions. We also do reviews of law in the movies and then on TV. We also share some of our more interesting cases. We're always putting out new videos. So if you like that, please hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell.